Well, hello there and welcome to the Friday Night Blitz. We have a big show for you tonight. Denison goes out to Princeton. Sherman plays Frisco Lone Star. Davis travels to Atoka, and Sulphur host Marlowe. But we begin in Pottsboro, where the Cardinals have a big district game with Emory Reigns. Dylan Morgan is live out in Pottsboro and has more on this one tonight. Dylan?
Oh yeah, David, and after stumbling on the road a week ago, Pottsboro returned home to the nest in search of a bounce-back performance, bringing in the Emory Reigns Wildcats. Pottsboro looking to improve to 3-1 in district play as they host Reigns. First quarter now, Cards on the ball to begin as they give the handoff to you-know-who. Major McBride bounces it to the outside and then has nothing but green grass in front, galloping towards the end zone for the first score of the game. And after a failed two-point try, Pottsboro leads 6-0. Next possession for the Cards now, as this time Caden Humphrey slings it out wide for Cameron Saunders, who picks up a couple of blocks. Then hits the gas, tiptoeing down the sideline for the second touchdown of the game, extending the Pottsboro lead to 13 early. Later in the quarter now, Cards back on the attack, showing off some trickery this Halloween season, flipping the reverse to Cohen Rakita, who slices up the defense, hits him with a whoop, then races towards the end zone for the score, putting Pottsboro up 20. On to the second now. After a Reigns score makes it 20-8, the Cards go back to work, feeding the big man McBride on the direct snap, who finishes off the powerful run with the touchdown, giving Pottsboro the 27-8 lead. And you know they were going to keep on the gas. Later in the quarter, Cards toss it to McBride on the jet sweep, and mama, there goes that man again, rumbling all the way down to the 5 on the run for Pottsboro, where the Cards would finish it off with the QB. As Humphrey says, I only have one arm right now, but that's why I've got two legs, punching in the score to push Pottsboro even further. And the Cardinals quite literally run away with this one, flying high towards a 62-28 win over Reigns, moving them to 7-1 to start the year. From Pottsboro, Dylan Morgan, Sports 12.
All right, great job out there, Dylan, and great job by the Pottsboro Cardinals, bouncing back nicely tonight on the home field. The Gunner Tigers have cleared all the early season hurdles. They beat Brock, they beat Bells, put 80 on Howe. Tonight, the game the Tigers expect to win as they look to take another step toward that district title. Gunner with the home field as they take on the Lone Oak Buffaloes. Tigers driving after a block punt. Walker Overman hands it off to Braden Hinton. He gets the corner and scores at 7-0 Gunner. Tigers defense makes a play now. The Lone Oak pass here is going to be picked off by Brooks, Griggs, Bell, and he has some blockers out in front. Great return, knocked out of bounds at the 1-yard line, so close to that pick six. But the Tiger touchdown was a mere formality. Overman gives to Hayden Farrell. He strolls in for 6. It's 14-0 Gunner. Still in the first, they are driving again. Overman on the keeper, so patient, looking for the hole. He finds it, gets in there. Gunner rolls again tonight, 75-0. The Atoka Wampus Cats bring in the Davis Wolves for district play. Wolves with it. Dax Owens fakes the hands-off, drops back and sends it downfield to Dalton Heffley. He takes it in for the Wolves touchdown. Atoka's turn with it now. Peyton Pugh drops back, doesn't like what he sees, takes off, gets all the way down to the 1-yard line. Talon Barrett would punch it in a play or two later. Davis in the red zone now. They decide that Lance Rigby's turn to take the ball up the gut for the touchdown. Davis wins tonight, 48-14. Well, this is what you call a must-win game for Lone Grove against winless Douglas. Lone Grove with the ball, and it's Jackson McClanahan who drops back but decides to keep it and keeps those legs churning through some broken tackles for a first down. McClanahan now on the screen pass to the sideline for Keller Stanley, who finds open room to bring the Horns a little closer to that end zone. Lone Grove looking to score. McClanahan rolls out on the boot but sees an open lane and takes it in untouched for the Lone Grove touchdown. They win tonight 74-14. Wow. Well, coming up, Denison plays Princeton, Sherman battles Lone Star, Plainview hosting Heritage Hall, and of course, the Kraut Bowl is on in Munster, plus the Sulphur Bulldogs taking on Marlowe, a good one, both of them 4-0 in district. That's next on the Friday Night Blitz. Well, welcome back to the Friday Night Blitz. The Sulphur Bulldogs are one of the 3 teams that are off to a 4-0 start in 3A District 2. Tonight, they face one of the other ones as Marlowe comes to town. Garrett Stringfellow is live out in Sulphur and has more on this one tonight. Garrett?
Thanks, David. Yeah, I'm here live at Bulldog Stadium here in Sulphur, where tonight's matchup was an absolute nail-biter between 2 perfect teams in 3A District 2 play up here in Oklahoma. It was the Sulphur Bulldogs taking on the Marlowe Outlaws. Would the Bulldogs hand Marlowe their first loss of the year, or would the Outlaws continue their run of dominance in 2023? Let's find out and take a look at the highlights. The Sulphur Bulldogs taking on the Marlowe Outlaws in a battle of 3A District 2 undefeateds. Colton Cole going to get it started for the Bulldogs with a pass out wide. That's Brighton Gaddy picking up the first down. Then Cade Gilbert punting away for the Outlaws. He's going to send it down to Maddox Mobley, and let's count the broken tackles. 1, 2, 3, there's 4, there's 5, all the way down past the 50. Big pickup for Sulphur. Then Mobley again, this time going to catch a pass from Colton Cole, makes a man miss and picking up the first down there. Then Bulldogs knocking on the door now. It's Cole to Coy Myers, who makes the catch and says, "Get out of my way." Touchdown Bulldogs. As you can see, an absolute slugfest between these 2 teams. Running the ball, ground game, great matchup between these 2. Both teams would add another touchdown in the second half, but the decider in this game, a blocked extra point on Marlowe's very first touchdown, and the Bulldogs pull this one off 14-13. They hand Marlowe their first loss of the year. They drop to 8-1 on the year and 4-1 in district play. And the Bulldogs improve to 6-2 on the year. That is 6 straight wins. They are now a perfect 5-0 in district play. Going to be really exciting to see how this district shakes out in the weeks to come. In Sulphur, Garrett Stringfellow, Sports 12.
All right, thanks a lot, Garrett. Great job out there. And the Sulphur Bulldogs getting it done on the home field in a very close game and a very important game, obviously, when you're talking about home playoff games down the line. The Denison Yellow Jackets have played some tough teams early in district play. Now they find themselves in must-win mode the rest of the way, starting with Princeton tonight. Jackets make the trip down to Princeton to take on the Panthers. Ty Rhodes with the ball early, hands it off to Jacoby DeHorney. He takes it in for the Denison touchdown. Princeton trying the old bubble screen here, but Gavin Robertson blows it up there for the Jackets. Rhodes again hands it off to Jalen Butler. He takes it in for the score, and Denison on their way to a very important victory tonight. 48-25, they lead it late in the 4th. Sherman Bearcats bring in another top 10 ranked team this week, Frisco Lone Star. Rangers with the ball here. Colin Blackstock tosses it to Ryder Mix. He bounces off a defender, and then he's got room to run. Picks up 70 yards on the play, and that would set up a Lone Star touchdown a few plays later. Here comes Sherman now. Caleb Orr finds Micah Hunt out in the flat. He shakes off a defender. Gets a good block there from Colby Ray Short and takes it all the way down into the red zone there for Sherman. Bearcats make good on it too, or with a handoff to Colby Ray Short. He grinds out a big touchdown there for the Bearcats. Later, Caleb Orr going deep for Micah Hunt. He's got him down the field. Big pickup. That would lead to a Bearcat field goal, but Lone Star goes back to work on offense. Colin Blackstock finds Bryson Jones, and he is fast. Gone for the touchdown. Lone Star wins this one 41-10. Plainview taking on a very talented Heritage Hall team in district play for the touchdown. Heritage Hall wins this one 57-28. The Medill Wildcats have home field in District Dill. Big winners tonight, 49-21. The Kraut Bowl is on in Munster. Lindsay Knight's in town to take on the Hornets. 28-0, the final in that one. Well, coming up, we have a lot of scores to go over, plus 2 undefeated teams battling out. This is a good one. Honeygrove and Cooper for the district title, perhaps. That's next on the Friday Night Blitz.